my third installment of my video blog series on prayer. Today I'm going to be talking about prayer for other people, kind of using myself as an example. Over the course of my life, I've suffered from kind of an episodic depression. I've never been diagnosed per se, but it's been a reality for me. A particularly difficult time happened several years ago, and ultimately I had to go see my doctor and got put on medication. I kind of like to think of myself as a really tough person, so that was a very difficult thing for me to do. After I made it through that valley in my life and can look back, I see it now as probably one of the bravest things I ever did, that I was able to ask for help when I was at my most vulnerable. I think in society we think of strength as this, right? But I think it's actually this. I think it's letting go. I think it's surrendering. I think it's releasing that takes way more strength. If you're suffering through symptoms of depression, I would encourage you to get professional help. You are totally worth it. During a particularly bad day when I was going through this episode of depression, I was kind of lying on my bed, curled up, upset, and it just felt like everything was bearing down on me. Like I felt like I was in a vice or in that trash compactor in Star Wars with the walls just closing in on me. And it almost had like a sound, like it was so everywhere. It was just crushing me. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. And it was complete silence. And I could take some deep breaths. It was just an amazing break. And my phone pinged. And a friend sent me a message saying, "I've been thinking about you. And I want you to know that I just finished praying for peace and comfort for you." And it was like instantaneously, I felt that, what she had prayed for. And there were other difficult times that I had to get through, but it was these reprieves that really helped make a difference. Maybe you're wondering why she had to pray for me. Why couldn't God just give me that break, right? I mean, He's God. But I think He meant it to be that way. I think He meant it for us to be interconnected, for us to love one another and to care about one another. And as we get to know Him and His love for us, He wants us to go to Him on behalf of other people. I think He wants that from us. So when someone kind of flashes across your mind's eye, right, that you haven't thought of in 5 years, you say a little prayer for them, or someone asks for prayer on Facebook, or sends you a text and you say a little prayer. Please don't think that it doesn't mean anything, because it literally could be the most important thing you do all day. It was for me that day, because prayer is just that powerful. All right, thank you so much for letting me share, and I will see you next week. Peace.